Oh, hello, Clint here, Crimson Landscape, here to talk about your prelim design. I'm gonna send you over, or I've actually kind of worked some two design schematics just to narrow down some options so you can discuss with your wife. A couple of options, do's and don'ts, things to think about as you narrow down your wish list. Then I'd say we jump on a call and kind of narrow down the design to get where you want to go. Okay, so from a high level, remember with the Richardson, we're stuck from permeable versus non-permeable. We got some rules we got to stick with. So I came up with a concrete option and a turf option, just in case the permeable issue becomes an issue. Also, I think this solution kind of overcomes the elevation difference between the driveway and the pool. So essentially what I did was is I elevated this concrete border right here. So this is a concrete border. This is your concrete walk path that gets to the driveway. It will be filled in with gravel, so it'd be a 6-inch gap between your driveway and the this border, and or if we go with concrete, it doesn't look very effective just because of the way the rock is squared off in the design software. But essentially, it's a 4-inch difference. Filling in this gap, I think it's a natural transition. Also, it'll help with if the patio is ever or the driveway is ever replaced, you got that natural demarcation point. This is just a concrete border to hold in the turf material as a natural barrier. If it's me, I wouldn't go with a fence or plants here. It's just the space is so small. We could do landscape here. It's just if we do plants here, there's nothing else can go here. I mean, essentially it's nothing. It's dead space, just because the plants would take up the whole space. Okay, again, because we're dealing with two different elevations. I did it along the back, so you have your plant bed in back, which I didn't drop any plants in yet, and you got turf around the side here. The beauty of turf, multi-purpose animals can use it to go potty, so if you ever sell the house, does show a little bit of green in the backyard, so it's not a sea of concrete and just pool deck. It's a good stopgap measure to balance for dogs, for water absorption. It meets the permeable standards, and it's a good, nice, beautiful filler around the turf. It's a good contrast. I put a couple of leave outs or gaps in the concrete, which we can fill with turf or gravel. So you get gravel in there. The software doesn't do it justice. Then I have just a square pad here, walk pad. Then this is a main living pad here, then pad over here as a walk path. What I figured I'd do with the kitchen, not sure how I'll do the kitchen. If it's going to walk out to this pad, then that's how you get behind the kitchen. The kitchen's right here. Or if the kitchen will be right here. Not sure yet, just kind of messing around with it right now. Shade structure, I don't know on the shade structure. It's a lot of effort for picking up basically 180 square feet. It'll cast shade, certainly will cast a shadow. I'll show you the other image. You just got to take a look at it and talk to your wife and see if the juice is worth the squeeze. Nice big umbrellas, maybe. Just a nice big table with an umbrella may be your best answer. Just something, or I can put an umbrella sleeves in the concrete. This tile and coping was replaced. Tile options, there'll be a limestone option, which is Looters, which will be the most cost effective. In the software, the default is going to be travertine. Then you have the 3-tier here. Excuse me, the 3-tier as the water runs off. I can change the shape if you don't want the 3-tier. Right now, it just has some tile going around it, tile on the inside with the travertine on top. This can be a natural stone. This could be the tile. Just the sky's the limit on how your wife wants this to break down. We can take her to our team can meet her at the tile store, and she kind of picks and chooses what she likes, and we can finalize design on what she likes. Okay. Again, shade structure to think about is the 180 square feet. Is the juice worth the squeeze? Elevating this space so it matches the pool deck. You have that natural gap with the river rock. Then simple plants back here. I'll get some tall, skinny plants back here like a slender silhouette sweet gum or some Eagleston hollies. Go back here. Then if you like the gaps in the concrete, you just got to figure out what gaps make the most sense. Okay, so that's version number 1. Let me open up version number 2. I'm doing this backwards. This is actually version number 1. This is where I started messing with today. Okay. With this version, basically this would be plant bed here. I could extend the concrete here. I just didn't drop in the brown for the plant bed. I had the concrete go over to the deck, so you have a walk path, and I include it over here. And so here's really the fundamental issue: is if you look at, I need 18 to 24 inches from the fence just because if you ever elect to change out the fence, I can't bring the concrete to the fence. So it severely limits how wide this concrete could be. So that's why I had it turf. Turf is bigger space. I can level the space out a little bit with turf, and you can stick trees on there nice and level. So it's just, you got to figure out what makes the most sense to you. Do you like how you want the concrete laid out? So you can see over here as well, I just added some more concrete gaps, so it looks a little bit more modern, looks a little bit more chic, if you will. This particular patio cover is just this is going to be probably a 512 pitch roof. I didn't do the cedar on this one, I just did a white front to match the siding if you want something a little fancier. The roof is not quite the white color, but you get an idea. And these poles would certainly be white. So I just wanted you to see this. So you can look at both versions, and you and your wife can discuss kind of which direction you think you're leading. Again, it's just a 180 square foot shade structure. I just don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze. You just have to make that call. Shade's a premium. I understand it is. You just got to figure out, what's the most important to you from a shade perspective. Okay, now let me pause here and let you look at these two options. Certainly we can make this all concrete, but we have that permeable issue we all have to overcome. So let me know some feedback, see what you kind of like, then we'll go from there. Appreciate your time.